warriors get the expert care and support to thrive.
I got involved. I got healthier. I got to be an athlete again.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving
anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/together.
My 15-year-old son, Ethan, and I had a fun and relaxing morning. We returned home, and Ethan walked to his best friend's house an hour later. I heard the ambulance scream by the street, carrying my beautiful boy. Ethan was shot in the head in his best friend's house with an unsecured gun. He had zero chance of survival. The father, the gun owner, he stored his 3 guns and bullets in a shoebox.
How do you feel?
That has to be the most horrific experience that a human could ever have.
David, would you give any advice?
First thing you do is not keep your ammunition with your weapons, and that your weapons need to be locked at all times.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating, new, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello, thank you for joining us for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and also thanks for joining us on Ace Country Radio. We're also streaming at KPVM.TV and on your Roku devices. It is Tuesday, March 11th. In our top story, in the early hours this morning, a drive-by shooting occurred on US 95 near mile marker 15. News 25 caught up with Sheriff Joe McGill to get details of that incident.
Hi, I'm Sheriff McGill, here to give you some information in reference to an incident that took place in the early morning hours of March 11th. At approximately 12:39 a.m., Nye County Dispatch received a call in reference to a shooting in the area of US 95 and Highway 160 in the area of mile marker 15 of Highway 95. Information was that a vehicle had passed by the victim firing a shot and that the victim was suffering from a gunshot wound. Deputies responded and located the victim in the area and provided emergency medical treatment while paramedics responded. The victim was eventually transported to Las Vegas by Mercy Air, suffering from a gunshot wound to the torso. The suspect vehicle fled after the shooting and at this point has not been located. Anyone with information in reference to this shooting on the highway is encouraged to call the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000, option 5, or you can contact Nevada Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555. Thank you.
And the Nye County Commissioners review the report regarding the January 6th accident at the County Assessor's Office at the recent meeting that they had concerning that information and more. Here are details.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, the board reviewed the incident report surrounding the January 6th accident of an elderly man crashing into the assessor's office. On January 6th, News 25 was on scene, and Sheriff Joe McGill told News 25 that emergency crews arrived to find the vehicle inside of the office space. Thankfully, no serious injuries were reported. According to the report, the repairs will cost $16,781.29. Here is what our county officials have to say about this report.
The costs are actually subrogated through our insurance carriers. So in that process, we can never tell when that gets settled. And in the meanwhile, all costs are accumulated and stored in a risk management fund 10607, as it states here on the agenda item. And so that's where it's actually being paid out of. And then when the claim gets reimbursed, it actually goes back into the risk management fund.
That was incredible, fast work. I thought that the assessor's office would be out longer than the 2 weeks for sure. I figured we'd have to do the whole work from home and figure it all out. And nope, guys pulled it off in 2 weeks. So congratulations to your team. 3 days, excuse me.
It was, yeah,
3 days.
they were back in the
In the
office a
office in
week
3
from the day it happened.
Yeah, that's
They were
crazy.
fully back and operational.
And U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth recently addresses the U.S. Senate Youth Program in our nation's capital. Our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers joins us now with that story.
U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, along with chosen military members, called on the next generation of Americans as they reflected on public service during the 2025 United States Senate Youth Program. Let's hear what the veteran had to say straight from Washington, D.C.
We need young Americans to put the uniform on, raise their right hand, to be willing to declare allegiance to the Constitution only, and the willingness to die on behalf of fellow Americans they don't even know, but because of the shared values we have. We're in this room because for 250 years, men and women have been willing to do that.
Every year, the DoD selects military officers from each branch of the U.S. Armed Forces to serve as student mentors focusing on premier pupils pursuing public service careers.
To see the caliber of individual of the junior delegates and just the excitement and the curiosity that they bring for public service.
I look at it as not just an opportunity to inspire the up-and-coming generations, but also receive that inspiration.
The 63rd annual DC event was held at the Pentagon.
I would say just be open to all the different types of ways you can serve in the military. There's not just one job in the military, there's not just one branch.
For me, nothing makes me happier in my life or makes me feel more successful than influencing people and being a part of their lives.
The forum aimed at accelerating leading high school students is under the auspices of the U.S. Senate Youth Program.
I hope you never forget to serve your family. I hope you never forget to serve your community and your school. The people most closest to you, sometimes we look past and forget. That's the biggest sphere of influence you can influence first and foremost.
Military mentors featured in tonight's newscast include service members from the U.S. Army, the U.S. Coast Guard, the U.S. Marines, and the U.S. Navy. Reporting from Clark County, I'm Maria Centers for News 25 Las Vegas.
And don't grab that remote. News 25 will be right back with lots of local news, including action right here at the Pahrump Nugget. We'll be right back.
It's cold outside. It's cold inside. Daniel, can you come help me? Thanks, Daniel. Now we're warm and cozy.
Got bills? Need some pay? Then come be a cowboy trucker at Ponderosa Dairies in Amargosa Valley. They're currently seeking experienced CDL drivers to haul hay, grain, and milk while earning up to $2,000 a week. This isn't a job, it's a career. Whether you hit the open road or drive around Nevada's biggest dairy, they offer a great wage, benefits, and 401k retirement package. If you have what it takes to be a good hand, isn't it time you ride for the brand? The beautiful Ponderosa Dairies are currently hiring qualified CDL drivers who have doubles and tankers endorsements, as well as the ability to drive a standard transmission. If this is you, call Ed now, 702-682-3339. Once again, 702-682-3339. 888-682-3339. Send an email with your information to ap@ponderosadairy.com. Join the family at Ponderosa Dairy.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering purpose and belonging well-earned. Fighting and winning for our nation and its people. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment is visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis. Always faithful. Always Marine.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, recently the Living Free art auction took place at the Pahrump Nugget to raise money for an amazing cause. News 25 is speaking with owner and CEO Shelly Pereiro and auctioneer Ski Sinski to talk about how this event happened and how much they raised.
I continued using throughout my pregnancy. After giving birth, I made the heartbreaking decision to place my daughter for adoption, knowing I couldn't give her the life she deserved. A month after I was arrested with 60 grams of heroin and $2,000 in scales, I was charged with possession with the intent to sell. Knowing I was facing prison of 2 to 5 years, I went on the run. After 4 weeks, I was finally arrested and spent a month in jail. And by the grace of God, Judge Lane chose to send me to sober living instead of prison. On November 29, 2023, I entered the Living Free Transitional Housing Program. That's when my journey to recovery truly began.
This is the Living Free Health and Fitness's third annual Art for Recovery fundraiser. We raise money each year for treatment, housing, for therapeutic work programs, and just general needs that our clients may have. We have a sold-out house. This is the first year that we've sold out, so we're really excited about that. We got a lot of the art from the Arts Collective of Nye County, also from my mom and some other people. All of the artwork that's being auctioned tonight is original pieces of art, and some have certifications, so it's really exciting. There are a lot of beautiful pieces. We've had people in the community as well donate baskets, and we've paired art with all of the baskets that are in the silent auction. So we have a big live auction, and then we have the silent auction. This year, I think that it takes a little while for a fundraiser like this to kind of get its legs and start to run, and I think we're seeing that this year.
My daughter from my first marriage had committed suicide at 15. Just when I thought I couldn't get any more broken, I just wanted to be numb. I had no idea how to deal with this, so I sought relief in drugs. It was easy to find. They didn't judge, and little by little, I would numb the pain, praying for it to end. Drug court gave me the foundation for accountability. Believing in me, drug court gave me a second chance and placed me at Living Free. Immediately, I felt like God had put me exactly where I needed to be. I moved to the men's house in February of 2024. It was a beautiful home with staff that helped every step of the way, and quickly I found my place.
You know, I remember when Shelly brought her team out here, they started out with a building. Now they have a full fitness center that's open to the public. They have an incredible restaurant. So tonight, the room is full. I was very, very surprised with the turnout. We had folks come up and give their testimony on how valuable the program was to them. And it'll break your heart when you hear what some of these people have gone through. But the most important thing is they went through it. And now they're on a roll. They're being productive citizens in the community. They're raising the families in the community. And, you know, I do a lot of charity auctions in Pahrump because I enjoy doing it. The way I look at it, if you're blessed with a talent that you can use to help other people, you have an obligation to use that talent. I would like to personally thank everybody for tonight, and I wish everybody Godspeed in the people in the program. Just keep driving on. You're going to get there.
And from a young age, I found myself drawn into the gang and drug lifestyle. At first, I was just attracted to it, the power, the money, the respect, the excitement. I thought it was cool.
It all started when I was in elementary school. While I was locked up, I kept hearing about drug court and sober living program called Living Free. And for the first time, I decided I wanted help. I stood before the judge. I looked her in the eye and I told her, I want to change. I need a program. I need a way out. And that was the decision that saved my life.
Well, from hockey to football to the Las Vegas Grand Prix, Mikey Ruhan has all those details in the world of sports in today's News 25 Sports Report.
It is time for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Vegas Golden Knights in action right now. They're taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins in Pittsburgh. Las Vegas Raiders reached an agreement to re-sign defensive end Malcolm Kuntz to a one-year, $12 million deal. A person with knowledge of the contract said Monday. Linebacker Robert Spillane is signing with New England, and safety Trevon Moehrig is signing with the Carolina Panthers, which will leave a hole for the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Grand Prix has unveiled new ticket options for 2025, saying prices will be more affordable for fans to attend the Formula One event. Single-day tickets will start at $50, and three-day tickets start at $400 for general admission in the Flamingo Zone, according to Tuesday's announcement. That's the lowest price introduced for the race since its debut in 2023. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thanks so much, Mikey. And if you're keeping up with our hockey team, unfortunately, VGK is currently losing 1-0 right now to the Penguins, but hopefully they can do a turnaround. News 25 will be right back.
In a wreck and thinking about dealing with the insurance company yourself? Stop! People represented by an attorney get more than 3 times the money than those who don't have an attorney.
Murder and rope is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Thank you, Pahrump, for making the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza #1 in vehicle sales and service once again. We'd like to return the favor. So right now, current Chevy owners can get up to $3,000 in additional savings on some of our most popular SUVs. What's that, you say? You don't own a Chevy? Well, trade in any 2011 or newer vehicle and receive an extra $2,500 off of some of our hottest selling new half-ton trucks from Chevrolet and GMC. Plus, we have low financing options, deep discounts, and other incentives, all to go the extra mile in saying thank you. We love you, Pahrump.
Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics. From Willie. On the road again. To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
If you have Parkinson's or any of these symptoms, including trembling, difficulty walking or sleeping, and if you have been exposed to Paraquat or Gramoxone, you may be eligible for significant compensation at no cost to you. Call today for a preliminary interview to see if you qualify. If you or a loved one have worked or lived near a farm or field with Paraquat herbicide treatments and developed Parkinson's disease or any of these symptoms, don't wait another minute. The manufacturers of Paraquat and Gramoxone-based herbicides knew about the health risks and failed to warn people of this link to Parkinson's symptoms. We have provided justice and have assisted people suffering from Parkinson's and other ailments. Call today for a preliminary interview to see if you qualify. Call now. You could qualify to receive significant financial compensation. If we don't win, you pay nothing. So call our legal team now and let us help you receive substantial financial compensation. Call now.
Hurt in a wreck? The insurance company is going to offer you a little check. We turn low offers into big checks.
Hurt in a wreck? You need a real check? Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, Oliver Jones from the Pahrump Theater Company is discussing the theater's upcoming auditions because they're looking for a few good thespians like you.
Hi, I'm Oliver Jones with Pahrump Theater Company. We're doing auditions for A Midsummer Night's Dream this weekend, March 15th, all day Saturday. We're doing a twist on it, though. It's guns and Native Americans. So get there. If you don't have any acting experience, it's okay. We'll take anybody. We're about building the community up and giving people opportunities to get on stage for the first time. So we love that. Don't be shy. If you want to book a slot, it is 775-469-2072. You can text that number or call. Also, you can email PahrumpTheater@gmail.com, or you can go to PahrumpTheater.org and sign up to audition. Few roles that we have going on. Well, we're doing a spin on it. So all of the Athenians are now Pahrumpians, and all of the fairies that are classically in the play, they're going to be played by Shoshone, so Native Americans. So there is no magic in the play. The play is the magic flower is now going to be a peyote cactus. So it should be a desert fever dream kind of play. So we're really looking forward to it, and we're really excited.
Well, in today's powerful news, have you ever wondered how transformers actually work? Valley Electric Association is telling us exactly how and why they're so important.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
Let's talk about transformers. Not the machines that transform from cars to combat robots you see in the movies, but the kind you see at the top of utility poles or on the ground in your neighborhood. Transformers are used to step electric voltage up or down before it makes its way to its final destination. Why does this need to happen? Original power distribution voltage can range from 7,200 to 24,900 volts, depending on your electric utility provider's practice, the distance to the furthest member, and the amount of load served. That's much too high a voltage for safe home or business use. Transmission lines connect the power to substations brimming with transformers and control equipment. This is the first place where they transform the voltage to safer, more manageable levels for the distribution system. The voltage then travels through distribution lines, takes one or two more steps down, and arrives at your home. Power feeds into your home's electrical outlets and lights at 120 volts, while water heaters, ranges, and HVAC systems receive 240 volts, both considerably lower than the original voltage. Here's a quick look at how transformers actually work for a typical American home. Transformers start with an iron core. On two sides of this iron core, wire is coiled. On the high voltage side, the coil is wrapped around the core many times. This side receives or produces high voltage. On the other side, the coil is wrapped around fewer times, receiving or producing lower voltage. As the electricity flows through the high voltage coil, it creates a magnetic field that induces a lower voltage in the other coil. That's how the magic of transformation takes place. Transformers are everywhere in our daily lives, not just on your utility provider's lines. Take your cell phone charger, for example. Many of these small cousins of utility transformers perform a similar function. Charging your cell phone with 120 volts will fry it instantly, so the charger converts the voltage to a more tolerable 5 volts or so. The use of electricity touches nearly every aspect of our modern lives, and we have transformers to thank for bringing it safely into our homes.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's take a look through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam at the clouds rolling in. We have some low clouds close to the mountains, and that wind is picking up. Colder temperatures are also in the forecast. More on that after the break.
It's Ram Truck Month here at Saida Trudeau, your original hometown dealer. Being your hometown dealer isn't just a slogan. It has a deeper meaning to us. It's helping your neighbors in a time of need. It's knowing everyone at the barbershop, gas station, and grocery store. At Saida Trudeau, we've been serving our community for over 23 years. Our community was built on people from across America. From retired military veterans to farmers, we know how hard you work. During Ram Truck Month, we celebrate you. Come into Saida Trudeau all month long and take advantage of incredible savings, like 1.9% financing for 72 months or as much as $10,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500s. That's a great deal for Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. You work hard for your money. During Ram Truck Month, we'll help you keep more of it. Come into Saida Trudeau, your original hometown dealer for Ram Truck Month. Going on now.
Yeah. Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're hearing this, it means you're probably not dead, which is great. Call our office today to schedule an appointment for your will or your trust so that your family can be taken care of when you pass away. On the other hand, if you've recently lost a loved one, now it's time to talk and go over how to administer their estate. In either case, give us a call today, 775-727-9900. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and voted Best Attorney in Pahrump for the last 4 years. Call today, 775-727-9900.
What's your magic number? Mine are 3, 6, and 12. Take me home and love me. For 3, 6, or 12 months, your choice. Choose your own adventure. Make me yours. Show me your world for 3, 6, or 12 months. So, what are you waiting for? Find your magic number and raise a future guide dog today.
Good evening, Nevada. My name is Roy Brosell, coming to you from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and taking a look at Nevada right now up in northern Nevada. Fernley and Fallon are both seeing 65 degrees. Carson City at 59. Tonopah and Goldfield are sitting both at 55. Beatty at 63. Amargosa at 68. Las Vegas at 67. And Death Valley is at 78 degrees. But here in the beautiful Paradise Pahrump, it was quite cloudy today at 61 degrees. The high today was 65. Wind blowing south at 12 miles per hour. Humidity 28%. And the sun rose this morning at 6:59 and is setting tonight at 6:48 p.m. The humidity raises up to 53% and the wind continues to blow southeast at 8 miles per hour. The low tonight's 44 degrees. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Tomorrow we will be having quite a bit of wind speeds at 21 miles per hour at 65-degree weather, though on Thursday that sun completely goes away and it starts to rain at 52 degrees. Friday, the sun comes back at 54. Saturday and Sunday, we go up into the 60s at 62 and 69. And it goes even higher on Monday, but that wind comes back at 71 degrees. Though it drops all the way down to 59 on Tuesday, and the sun stays. So make sure not to blow away and stay dry. Back to the desk, here's Unette.
Thanks so much, Rory. And that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the air next newscast. Good night.
Imagine a disease that affects more than 10 million Americans, more than AIDS, Parkinson's, ALS, MS, and muscular dystrophy combined.